my boys, my dudes, my girls, my ladies and gentlemen. 12-inch coming at you with another account update. Before we start, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of the boys that helped your boy out. Shout out to y'all, because if we did not have those people, we were totally not going to get registered for this story. Big ups to those guys, because we almost did not have a domain. Oh my god, that would have been close. We didn't have a lot of prep time ahead of when there was going to be a domain. I didn't even know we were registering. We just registered, and then there was an announcement afterwards. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. KVK time. Okay, thank God. We've been in Home Kingdom for way too long. Way too long. I am very, very excited. We're going to Tides of War. We got a whole bunch of kingdoms registered. Our domains are looking kind of spicy. I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited, honestly, because a KVK like this almost certainly means that we're gonna get a match found, which, yeah, we're not skipping anything. Like, we're gonna find something. We're gonna be in Tides of War. We're gonna be on the KVK map again. I'm excited to get down to business, man. I really want to hit at least 1.5 bill kills next KP, ideally, but I'd like maybe 2 to 3 million T5 deads. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, anyway, so these are our stats right now. We have not entered the KVK map yet, obviously. We enter the 6th of March, so, you know, still a little bit of ways. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's all we're prepping for. This KVK, I want to run 3 marches, ideally. I want to expertise Herman. I have enough sculptures to do so right now, but I'm just waiting a little bit. There is a chance that they announce cavalry early. I don't think it's super possible, but if they do that, I would like to, you know, have my stuff at the ready just in case. But overall, I think we're gonna be running the Scipio LC. Scipio LC did absolutely awesome last KVK. We've got the gear right here. I think I'm going to expertise, or I think I'm going to refine the Eternal Knight and get this to special talent. It's not too many materials to do so, and you don't have a ton of other blueprints, so I don't think it's a bad idea. Over here is our current infantry armament set. I think it's pretty solid. It's actually really solid. I just did this to flex on you guys. You know, I hope you guys are impressed, because I am impressed in my own armaments. Over here, these are going to be the armaments that are going on Nevsky and the gear that's going on Nevsky. We've got this. I think my next horn is going to go on my ZL Herman. And so this is going to be hornless. Or maybe I'm going to take the horn off of Scipio LC and put it onto Nevsky Joan. I'm not entirely sure. And then over here, we've got the armaments that we've got for cav. Not as good as the ones we have for infantry, but, you know, you can only get lucky in a couple different spots. So I'm glad I got lucky there. Over here, we're going to have our Zhu Liang, our gear here. And this gear looks, or these armaments look pretty solid. I'm not complaining too hard about them. Over here, we've got our gear. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my god, is that a crit KVK weapon? It is. It is, in fact, a crit KVK weapon. We did crit, I believe, to be the single best thing to crit in the entire game, bar none, for a 7.5% defense increase, plus a +1 base attack stat. This is crazy. Hydra's Blast is like one of the strongest items in the game, just in terms of pure stats. 25% defense is crazy, off the chain amount of stats that you can get from a singular item. Especially when you compare this 32.5% defense over a Golden Age with the sauce. So we're going from 17% to 32.5% plus the 4 base attack from Iconic. I believe the single base stat boost you can get from a piece of gear. So if you guys don't know, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, we have been 0-18 for crit on crafts. We did crit a ring on crafts, but it was my 5th ring, so it was guaranteed. So for everything else, we have 18 misses in a row for 1 hit, and if I were to hit anything, it was going to be Hydra's Blast. So it is an absolute pleasure, boys, to now say that we have crit something. We are not hated by Lilith, okay? You know, they were just waiting to give me something extra sweet. So thank God, okay? Thank God we finally got something. Thank God it wasn't a piece of gathering gear or like a boots or something. I'm very, 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 very happy with this. I can actually refine it right now. I'm not going to do it right now, but once I refine this Eternal Knight right here, I actually end up getting All Out Rumble. So as you guys know, we've been going for the cannons for a while. My birthday is on March 14th. So I think I'm going to get the cannons on March 14th. Over here, we've got the Pioneer. Over here, you can see we're 950 out of 1300. We have like 3 sculptures left on Wu Zetian, or like 5. And then we have like 5 sculptures left on Takeda. So that'll get us 20 points. Then down here, we are 5 out of 6 on Master Craftsman. All we need is to refine that piece of Eternal Knight, and then we're 6 out of 6. So we're missing like 10 heads and 1 refine, and then we have cannons. So I think on my birthday, I'm going to do like a special stream, and we're going to get the cannons, and it'll be super cool and super fun. I'm really excited. I've been trying to get cannons for a while. I wanted to get my cannons originally. I think I wanted to get it before 600 days, but we just got really unlucky with the crafting, and you know, there's not really much I could do about that. But now that we finally got a crit on craft, I've just been waiting for a crit on craft in order to get the cannons. I don't really have any big milestones that I'm waiting for right now. I believe we've been playing for about 3.5 months. So we'll be playing for 2 years. Around the 28-month mark, we'll end up picking out All Out Rumble. A little later than I would have liked, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, some of it is up to luck, and sometimes we're a little unlucky. Kind of is what it is. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna wait for my birthday to pick that up, and I think that'll be a really cool thing. Not many free-to-play players are gonna have All Out Rumble. If you guys don't know what All Out Rumble is, it is the cannons. It's like the coolest thing in the game. I have always wanted these cannons, and I want to enter fighting in my next KVK with the cannons out, getting billions of KP. Next KVK, we're certainly hitting 5 bill KP, ideally like 5.5 or 6 bill would be really nice. Yeah, and I think this will make it look awesome while I do it. Now I get to join the ranks of people with All Out Rumble, feel like a real fighter out here, which will be really nice. Again, in terms of sculptures, we have currently 715 on us, so we can just immediately expertise Herman if we see fit. Right now, currently, there is a MGE for Lapu Lapu. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him just because he's probably going to be contested. I think he's going to be a good garrison commander, so I don't think like I'm just going to have access to getting an unlock here. I'll try to unlock him when I can. Ideally, there's some kind of fighting, or maybe there's like a respite from fighting in the KVK where I just get to chain barbs until I get like a rank 15. That'd be really, really cool. Because I'd love to get this guy, and I'd love to put Cyrus on the bench. I'm so tired of training with Cyrus the Great. Being able to put another circular AoE in terms of Lapu Lapu would be really, really nice. My next goals in terms of gear, I didn't even realize this, but so I was going to build the leadership gloves for my archer set. As you know, I've just built the Hydra's Blast. I'm going to have ZL, I'm going to have Herman, and I want to make sure that March is as strong as possible because I've heard that March is absolutely dastardly. So I want to make sure that March can keep up and can deal as much damage as my Scipio LC or like my Nevsky Joan, something like that, right? I'd like to have like 3 really good Marches. So in order to do that, I want to have my Archer March stop bleeding everywhere, so I'm trying to give him some extra stats. I want more glove pieces, obviously. I think that'd be pretty relevant here. So in the Archaeologist Dig event, I ended up picking up 8 gauntlets. What I didn't realize is that the gauntlets, when I went to piece it together, if you guys saw, I had a bunch of glove blueprints, but some of my glove blueprints are super old. So I only have 10 extra ones that I can use here. So I'm actually gonna have to wait more time in order to unlock the gloves, because these are the Conquest blueprint choice fragments, but these are just the regular blueprint chest fragments, right? So these are only gonna work for like Bam Braces of the Eternal Empire is what they're gonna go towards, which is tough. And like this includes engineering, but it doesn't include leadership, which is tough. It is what it is. It's not like too bad of a move. Over here, like these don't include leadership either. I want to say these do. So like we are going to be able to build the leadership pants that I crafted over here. So these are going to be next build. So these are going to be my archers are going to get leadership pants. Then ideally I want like leadership gloves. I want to get another horn. I'll buy a ring BP. I'm not going to build the other ring. I think it's going to be like, I don't know about refining. I'll probably iconic using the next ring BP I get. I don't want to build 6 rings just because 6 marches is a little difficult for me. I don't really think I can field them effectively. Like these refines really don't cost too much, right? So like over here, I could get like an extra 1.5% health, maybe. You know, we're going to say this is going to cost, maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. I mean, like I'm going to buy the ring BP regardless. I just don't know if I'm going to use it regardless. Anyway, point is, that's what I'm getting. So Noir's Control, leadership pants, leadership gloves, a horn, and perhaps we could consider building the archer helm as well. I don't think it's a bad idea necessarily. It's just not as important, but it wouldn't be a bad choice, I don't think. Oh, my bad. Actually, I need the archer set boots. The set boots are pretty important. But yeah, overall, like we've got a lot of good things that we can craft with gear, so I'm not really too concerned about that. All of our sculptures are going to go into Herman, so I'm not too concerned about that. We have our kill goals. We have our dead goals. I don't have to go to Panama. I don't have to go to New York. We're not doing any traveling. So this KVK, we're almost certainly going to go, assuming God please. We have already lost, I think we lost 3 or 4 KVKs in a row. So I think this next one, I've got a good feeling that's going to be a dub, or the 12-inch curse is real. I think it's going to be a win. We're going to be chaining an absolute ton. Like I'm just going to be chaining. I think I'm probably going to do another week straight stream. If you guys didn't know, I did a 168-hour stream on Twitch. If you guys aren't following my Twitch, you should follow it in the Twitch in the description below. You guys should also follow the Discord. In that Discord, I will put notifications whenever I'm doing cool things. In the announcements tab, so you go to role selection and you turn on announcement notifications and stream notifications. So you guys can see when I'm doing stuff. If I do another week-long stream, I might just do that and just be chaining all week in Lost Canyon, doing a whole bunch of coaching, maybe some League of Legends, a lot of chaining. lot of chaining. I want to hit 100 million crystal tech crystals as well. Yeah, so over here we have the current like resources and stuff we have. Of course, we've got a lot more on our farms. We've been pretty diligent with farming. I have not been the best with farming. Okay, don't get it twisted. I haven't been the best, but we have a decent amount saved from last KVK. After KVK ended, you know, we saved quite a bit. And then we've been farming quite a bit, so we should be in a good spot for it. In terms of speeds, I've got a good amount of speeds. I'd probably like to train, if I can train up to 100 mil, that'd be pretty cool. We'll see how much we're training in KVK, but 100 mil doesn't seem too far off. I think it'd be pretty cool to hit 100 mil. I think it'd be pretty cool to get 3 million T5 deads. And I think I would be happy with such an accolade, and I think my kingdom would be too. So we are a little behind on our advanced army expansions, so we're gonna have to build a few or buy a few more of those. I'm gonna try and be a little more sparing on them this time when I'm chaining. So we're going to use probably 5, I think, for the first couple days while we're chaining, and then we're gonna chain up to barbarian reports to a decently high level, and then we're gonna just use the 25% and stop using the 50%, because last time with the 50%, we did start to run into issues later in the KVK, but then again, we also had an absolute ridiculous amount of speeds and a ridiculous amount of gems and materials. So, I mean, seems worth it. I think if I can make it a little smoother, I will. Overall, this is like, you know, the whole gear snapshot. These are some of our BP. I don't think the Dragon's Breath bow is ever getting made. There was a point where I thought it was getting made, and it's unfortunate that I crafted that, because honestly, I probably should have just crafted the infantry set weapon. If I ever make a second archer set, which is not impossible, right now we have ZL Herman, and we have Boudica, right? So we could do like a 2 archer, 2 infantry, 1 cav, but more likely it's going to be 2 imp, 2 cav, 1 archer. If I go for a 6th march at any point, perhaps it's going to be something with Dragon's Breath, but there's a very good chance that I just awaken the sets I already have. It's unfortunate. This is 30,000 gems that'll probably never see the light of day. So is the Milky Way, among like other BPs here, but you know, sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. Metas shift and we have to adapt to that. This is really unfortunate. I should have never built the bow ahead of time. You should really only build stuff when you're about to build it. I know for sure I'm about to build these leadership pants, so I did build them a little bit early out of excitement. I shouldn't have done that, frankly. Over here, we got 11 iconic crystals. So as we're building all this stuff, I think we're building gear faster than we're getting iconic crystals, but we have a lot of extra iconic crystals. I don't think it's gonna be a huge issue. In terms of armaments, I believe I already showed you guys my armaments. There's nothing really extra to say. They're all like pretty decent. My second infantry set looks okay as well, but it hasn't like changed necessarily. And then over here is everything we've got on this section. A whole lot of XP, probably gonna try to never use it. We've got skill resets as well. Not a huge reason for me to ever use those. In terms of commanders, we're kind of looking to expertise some of our key commanders, actually. We're getting really close. In terms of Charles Martel, he's 80-23, so 183 sculptures away from finishing Martel, which is quite a lot, but when you compare it to a commander like El Cid, our El Cid is done in 20 sculptures. So if we get a little lucky, somewhere near mid the next KVK, we'll have El Cid done. That doesn't really mean anything, but I really think it's cool. I think it's cool to have all these like older expertise commanders. I've always wanted stuff like this. Usually you get them within maybe like 2.5, 3 years, and I'm hitting about the 2.5 year mark, so I should start to expertise all these comms. In terms of chaining, my same comms are going to be from last time, are going to be the ones I chain with. I'm just going to go through the rankings real quick if you guys want to see it. 1365 has in fact downsized. So we went from having BLN and OG to merging them both into INT. And then, you know, Integrity is our new second alliance behind JST. So we're looking pretty thick. We're coming into the KVK. Our primary our primary selection of 900 governors is going to be the entirety of JST, the entirety of INT, and you know, every shell we have. So it's going to be pretty cool, I think. In terms of alliance kills, you know, we're both over a bill. Pretty cool. You know, we are not 3 alliances over a bill like we were. We had a lot of people from BLN leave, so you know, kind of is what it is. In terms of power, we're not super fat. I would say we're still kind of lean, but I think people are just holding on to speeds right now. I don't think there's a whole reason to kind of blow a lot. Nothing really happened pre-KVK. Now with the Zenith, the power event that's coming up pretty soon, you know, I've heard really good things about the Zenith skin, so we might see a decent amount of people go for it, especially if they don't have like Dynastic Conqueror. In terms of kill points, you know, doing pretty solid. We've got 108 people above 10 bill, pretty solid. And yeah, I think we're all good. Without further ado, guys, you know, this is just a quick, well, I say quick, but it's 18 minutes. There's a quick account update, just letting you guys know where you were, or where we are, yapping a little bit. We're probably gonna do another account update, probably before the fighting. But yeah, you know, I look forward to see you guys in the KVK. We're gonna do a whole lot of streaming for our setup for fighting, and then we're gonna stream about as much fighting as we possibly can. So I'll see you guys there, and have yourselves an absolutely excellent day. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more. If you guys want public or private coaching, we do public coaching for $35 a session. We do private coaching for $75 a session. If y'all are interested in that type of thing, you go to the Discord in the description below, and you make a ticket. Other than that, guys, have yourselves a great one. If you want to help support the channel, you guys can go to the Streamlabs link in the description below and make a donation there. Y'all's donations are always greatly appreciated. We are a sponsored creator, but y'all's donations are, what make the world go round for us. So have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later.